Now that we're into May, which is my favorite month because it means my birthday is coming up, it's time to talk about my April favorites and empties. So all the stuff that I really love to use in the past month and all the stuff that I, at the very least, used up and have something to say about it. So let's get started with my favorites. My first favorite product is something I've mentioned before, and it's probably my favorite product of the entire month. And starting with hair, we're going to talk about my Pearson hairbrush. This is amazing. Half the time, like when I'm styling dry hair, I don't even need to use product. This does everything. I mean, I was not a believer. Believe me, I was not a believer. I thought, how could this massively expensive brush really make a difference? But it makes a huge difference. It smooths. It creates body. It distributes oil. It never makes my hair a frizzy mess, unlike basically every other brush I've ever used. So I couldn't say more positive things about it. Next, we're going to move on to my favorite body products. And to start with, I have here the Cetaphil Restoraderm Body Lotion. It's formulated for eczema, so it's got a very simple formula, no mineral oil, no parabens, no fragrance, but it's just great. It's really moisturizing and it doesn't set off, like sometimes I get flaky patches or I get allergic reactions to things. This is just calming and soothing, doesn't interfere with my perfume, doesn't smell funny, just does the job and does it very well. And I also have the Schick Hydro Silk Razor. Now, you guys might have noticed that generally I tend to use a lot of kind of higher end products, but one place where I've always been a total cheapskate is with razors. I literally have a bucket under my sink of just disposables. That's always what I used. I never found that using a more expensive razor really made a difference. I tried the Venuses and I just didn't like them, but the Schick Hydro Silk is amazing. I get a really close shave. The serum that's built in here, obviously it's not enough to moisturize you after the shower, but it means that I don't really need to use a shaving cream because it lubricates just enough and I get a really close shave with it, and it never irritates me. It's got 5 blades. I mean, it's just great. Moving on to face products. First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. These are really great. I just tried them this past month for the first time, and they're very gentle, but they do exfoliate and they do brighten, and it's just a really nice step, especially considering the fact that I tend to cleanse with things like cleansing milks or cleansing oils. It's nice to follow up with, instead of washing my face with like more of a foaming cleanser, to use something that's sort of going to cut any of the extra residue that stays from the cleanser, and it really makes my face clean and fresh and never irritates it, which is number one. Moving on to makeup. I've got 2 lip products. The first is this lipstick. It is by ALBEIT in the shade Bisque. And it's just this lovely creamy nude color. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. And I've just been wearing this a lot lately. Like, it goes with basically any makeup look because it is nude and just makes everything look more sophisticated and put together. And it's great for doing more of a mod look, which is something that I've been kind of into recently, and I just really love it. The formula is beautiful, it's moisturizing, it's emollient, it stays on for quite a long time for a lipstick for me, because I'm always like biting here and licking and getting nervous and moving my mouth around, and this is a great lipstick. They come in all kinds of beautiful shades, but I happened to get this one on offer at Anthropologie, and I just love it. And when I don't feel like wearing a lipstick, I wear a tinted lip balm. As you can see, all of the packaging words have all come off, but this is the Fresh Rosé Tinted Lip Balm. And as you can see, it's this lovely pink color, but it comes off quite sheer. So if I swatch it for you, you'll see it comes off very sheer. And it's great for every day when I don't feel like doing like a really intense makeup look. I like to wear this because it gives just a hint of color to my lips, but it's also really moisturizing and it has sun protection. I think it's SPF 15, if I'm not wrong. And I just love it. I mean, I have dry lips all the time. I can't leave the house without a lip balm, and this has just been the one that's been in my bag every day since the start of spring. Moving on to Empties. Okay, so this month I finished off the DevaCurl One Condition. I guess we're starting with hair products again. The DevaCurl One Condition is a silicone-free, sulfate-free conditioner. It's quite expensive, but it's very, very good. It's very concentrated, so we don't have to use a lot of it. Granted, I have short hair, but I cut my hair when I think this bottle was about 2/3 empty. And it took me, I mean, that was January. So it took me until now to finish the bottle from like here to here. It's just a really good conditioner, really moisturizing, doesn't weigh your hair down, and not the most detangling, but it just really, really is just healthy and nourishing for the hair, and I liked it. I probably wouldn't repurchase it just because with my short hair, I don't feel like I need something that's quite as thick, even though I have quite dry hair. But perhaps if I grow my hair out long again, I will use this again. Now moving on to body products. Here I have the Whish Shave Cream. This I got in a Birchbox. Obviously it's a sample size. I didn't love this. I really forced myself to use it up. It's not that it's a bad product. It's not. It's quite emollient. It really protects the skin. But it has this funny, like, it's blueberry scented, but the scent is like an artificial candy blueberry, which I don't particularly like. I'm not really into fruity smells. So I don't really like the way it smells, and it also really clogs my razor. But I do get a pretty close shave with it, and it does protect the skin, and it's also paraben-free and mineral oil-free, and all of these things. It's very important to me. Like the formula is nice, but I just really wish that they had an unscented version of this because I think that I would like that more. In general, I find that I prefer just not to use any shaving creams because they all end up clogging my razor, and I end up using either shampoo or soap, or in the case of the Schick Hydro Silk razor, I just use nothing because the stuff that comes on it and the little guys here is enough for me. Go figure. Now, moving on to face products, I have the Devita Moroccan Rose Facial Toner. This is a pretty good product. It's all natural. I don't really use it as a traditional toner because I'm not really much for using traditional toners, but it does come in the world's greatest spray bottle. Everybody should be learning. Everyone who makes a product that comes in a spray bottle should learn from this company because the mist is fine and perfect. And I use it to set my makeup, right? I did use it to set my makeup. And it was just the best. I mean, very, very gentle, very natural. And the spray just covered my face evenly with the tiniest little beads of water. And it did good things. This is a really good product. I probably wouldn't repurchase it because it's not the best toner I've ever used. It didn't really do anything particularly special for me, but I'm going to keep this bottle forever and probably just refill it with whatever I buy next. Next, I have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is probably the third bottle of this that I bought. I love it. It's so good. It's really emollient. It's a really basic formula, fragrance-free, very natural, no mineral oil, no parabens, no petrochemicals. And it's just really emollient and softening and hydrating, and it never irritates. And it's one of the few moisturizers that I can put when I have like redness around my nose from using tissues. This won't sting like others will. This just is amazing. I use it for everything. You can use it on your body. You can use it on your face. It's just really multi-purpose, and I'll keep buying it probably forever. My last product is this also. It's a little sample of the Jouer Luminizing Moisture Tint. And I really loved the texture of this. It's got sun protection. It was very softening and moisturizing. It glided onto the skin beautifully. But the color I didn't like. And maybe this is just a formula issue because I know that they do make a matte moisture tint, which I've not tried and would probably be interested in trying. But I find that on the skin, it's quite sparkly, which I don't really like very much. This is the lighter color as well. This is Pearl. It does come in a darker color, and it was too dark for me. So I'm about like a MAC NC10, NC15. So this is a bit dark for me, but more than that, I mean, because it didn't really offer any coverage to speak of, it was so shiny and glittery, and I didn't like it very much. And I don't think that I would buy this in the full size, but I would consider trying out the matte moisture tint, because even though I'm not really into a matte face, I'd just be interested to see how that product worked, because I did really like the formula of this. So that's it for my favorites and empties for April. I hope you really enjoy your May. I'm really excited to enjoy mine. The weather's finally warming up. It's spring, it's beautiful, and I'm really excited to go out and spend the day in the sunshine. Take care. Bye.